No more talk. Come on, let's get it. It's showtime. It's showtime. It's lights, cameras, action. It's showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. You can get this work. It's showtime. No more lip service. It's time to make it happen. Gun club, goodie, pimpin', I'm here to tell the captain. Papi got it slapping like a wild beast savage. This ain't black magic, boy. I get it from my daddy. Big dog status.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is DJ Papi, and we got the legendary Khujo Goodie.
Yo, what's happening?
And today, man, we got a special guest.
Oh, I gotta put that. I gotta put that Grammy Award winning on top of that thing first. I got to put that on.
Okay.
Put that salt on there too.
We got another Grammy guy in the building.
Another Grammy guy, multi-platinum producer,
yes, sir,
and fire engineer.
Oh yeah,
My kinfolk, James Worthy.
Yeah.
What's happening?
What's
happening?
What's happening?
What's happening?
Oh my
What's
God.
up, man?
We finally got him up here, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been trying to get you up here, man. Finally got the time to do it, man.
For sure.
Welcome, man, to the ATL, man.
Man,
Showtime
appreciate y'all,
podcast,
man.
Bro, for sure.
Hey, man. First things first, man. I want to say, we lost a few people out here in the game, man. You know. As a DJ, it was close to me. Actually, all the artists, but I want to say rest in peace to Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah.
And also rest in peace to Frankie Beverly.
Oh man, that was my kinfolk too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Oh man.
It was funny. Me and him was actually gonna have a song together.
Oh.
Crazy song, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
Man, one of the greatest, man.
For sure,
One of the greatest. Like,
Sure.
his music will forever live, man.
Absolutely.
And what's so dope is that these young kids is learning it now. 20 years old.
Right.
I was at the mall today in Kennesaw, and I heard it, and I'm like, and they in there just singing it, and they wasn't singing the Beyonce version.
See, that's how you know that's power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I was expecting as a DJ, and when you DJ in different ages, you know what I'm saying, I DJ for everybody.
Right.
And sometimes I play that, and they'll just hear it, and they see all the old people just jamming, and they just waiting like, all right, when I'm gonna hear that when I'm gonna hear that bounce. And so, man, that it's always love, man, when I see like the youth appreciating like the elders in hip hop or R&B or whatever, man.
Absolutely.
And also, I want to say rest in peace to Tito Jackson, man.
Big Tito. Big Tito.
Man.
Wow, man, from the iconic group, man, Jackson 5, man, I mean,
Yeah.
wow. That's
And the Jacksons.
Yeah.
And the Jacksons.
And the Jackson.
Yeah.
Five. What'd I say?
Jackson 5.
Yeah.
You know they broke it up.
Yeah, they broke it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, man, I think that was probably people up high, man. They want to kind of do that, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were brothers, man, and sisters, man. I
Split them
imagine
up.
they want to stay together, man.
Yeah.
You know, the music industry, man. Early at that time, man. That's just what it was. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace, man. Tito Jackson, man.
Rest in
man,
peace.
That was crazy.
Yeah, man. You know, without Tito, you know, playing on his father's guitar,
Oh man.
breaking it,
Oh man.
it would
I
not
never know
be.
what we would have got. Like,
Probably wouldn't have got them Jackson 5. We would have got
That's a
Joe
fact.
Jackson and him and in his group or
Right.
something. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan. Let's have a moment of silence.
no.
So, man, listen, James, man, I gotta ask, man, just for the people out there,
good?
and I think I know, but man, let the people know where you're originally from, man. I know you're here in ATL, but
Yeah.
where you originally from, man?
I'm originally from Queens, New York.
Oh, that's what's
Queens,
up.
New York. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
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 Man. And it's crazy. Like, even though I'm from Queens, sometimes it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint exactly where I grew up all the way because I've been traveling my whole life. You know, as a young kid. So, you know, it's like I might say New York one day, and then I might say Europe another day, and then LA another day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you know all over the place, which was a blessing. It still is a blessing. So, but yeah, New York is where it started.
So was your like your parents in the military or something?
No.
It was just you.
It was just really like my mom. She was in the travel industry.
Oh, okay.
So she, you know, was afforded a lot of you know, travel opportunities for us to just, especially for me to just see the world and for her to see places she never seen either. And that was one aspect. But then also too, I was just a kid that loved the arts.
Yeah.
And I loved the world. And I'm like, you know what? I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to see this. I want to see that. And you know, at a certain point, I just took it upon myself to just want to travel.
Yeah.
So when did you move down here to in Georgia?
I moved to Atlanta when I was about 14 or 15.
Okay.
I went to high school here.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let me ask you one thing. Okay, before high school, what's up with Martin Luther King? That's the school you went to?
Yeah, I went there.
Okay.
Yep, I went there.
Martin Luther King. Okay.
It was, man, when I went there, it was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit.
Yeah.
So what's this Martin Luther King school?
This is a school. It was in the city, right? Martin Luther King,
Actually, you know what? It's not too far from here. Where we at?
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the east side.
Okay.
East side Atlanta.
So I didn't know that about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did, like you said, we did know a few things.
Yeah.
I just started digging a little bit. I was like, hold on, you went to Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, I was like, whoa, okay. I mean, that's one of the schools. Like, I mean, in the city, you got schools that's named after a lot of prominent black people. You know what I mean? Like Andrew Douglas, Benjamin Elijah Mays. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, wow.
Martin Luther King Jr. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the schools.
Yeah,
right there,
it was like when I was there, it was the rival school. So it was that school and Redan.
Redan. Oh,
Yeah, those are the rival schools.
okay.
Yeah, especially for the football and the sports and all that. I remember all that.
Because I thought that Martin Luther King Jr. was on the south side. You know what I mean? But
Nah, this is right on the east side.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Redan was y'all rival school.
Yep.
Redan, yeah, we used to play Redan in football in Atlanta public school. So that was
Man.
I know them days.
Man, this to me, man, that's another thing to me, like a little diamond that would make Atlanta so dope, man. Y'all naming these schools after them.
Oh man,
Here it is. I'm up Ohio. I'm going to all the white motherfucking presidents.
You know, in the South, you know what I'm saying. At least, you know what I'm saying. At least these kids can know some prominent, you know what I'm saying, some prominent black people that made a difference,
Right.
in people's lives down here. So man, that's tough. I know it's a lot of streets up north place called Martin Luther King Jr. Drive.
Yeah, and all of them shits ain't good, man.
I heard that.
I ain't seen one Martin Luther King street that's like just peaches and cream. I ain't seen that.
No Benjamin Elijah Mays Drive, nowhere.
Yeah.
No Frederick Douglass Boulevard or nothing like that. You know
I'm
what I
trying
mean?
to think. I might have seen. Is it one in New York?
What Frederick? What?
Frederick Douglass?
It might, y'all let us know, man.
I don't know. I know I seen it traveling somewhere with my mom. I seen it.
But I understand why Martin Luther King Jr. I totally get
Yeah,
it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
Man. So we gonna take it back then, man. So I think I didn't know that about you, you know, going around, you know, traveling like that at a young age. So to me that explained his style of music. Like when I hear a lot of James, like he can go here, he can go there. Right. That definitely explains it now.
Right.
But I'm gonna come back to that though. I just had to get that off my head because it's in my head. Like, just say it. But nah, man. So, man, what inspired you to start like singing? Like, what was like one of the first songs you heard and you like, oh, I like this, and you knew that song from front to back?
Well, in the very beginning, it was songwriting for me. So that was the very, very first step was writing, because I was always good with words. I was always good with just putting metaphors together, you know, just kind of learning song structure, because I was one of them kids to where, like, I used to go to the record store every weekend.
Yeah.
And I used to buy an album I never heard just to read the credits and just hear it.
I was saying,
you know what I'm saying? So whether it was a CD, whether it was a vinyl, like, I just wanted to see what was in it. And I wanted to see who did what. So that was the first step. And then I remember the first time I bought a album from the store, it was a Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders.
Oh yeah, hard.
And this was a big day because I bought it when it first came out.
Yeah.
It's the same day Wu-Tang's album 36 Chambers came out.
Yeah.
So I bought both albums. So yeah, so it was kind of like, because I just love, of course I love hip hop.
Yeah.
But I was also just a huge Tribe fan because I was a big Q-Tip fan as far as production was concerned.
Yeah.
Whoa. So at an early age, you knew that Q-Tip was producing all that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the reason why I know
On them
that
credits?
is because
Yeah.
I was,
that's
of course,
yeah.
I was reading credits, but then also I was just around a lot of artists and just artistic people at the time. 'Cause I was moving around, and my dad used to do a lot of security work for celebrities.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day.
So was this in
This in New York? Yep. So I kind of just met a lot of people through him and just moving around.
So by you being, from Queens, Q-Tip now from there,
Right.
Q-Tip, right? So back then, did you get to see them, like in the neighborhood or something like that?
When I was young, I didn't get a chance to meet them when I was young.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I did get a chance to meet them. As a matter of fact, I went to the only Tribe concert they had in Atlanta, which I forget, this was maybe 2015 or 2016.
That was their only one?
Just their only concert.
What?
This was at the Tabernacle.
Much as Atlanta love them boys.
And this was Tribe. This was Rhyme Fest.
Okay.
People would sleep on Rhyme Fest.
And Diddy actually was there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he doing there?
I think he was just a guest.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was lit. And see, I was young. I was like 15, 16, and I knew all the Tribe records, and they thought I was older. So that's how I got up in there. And I'm rapping all the Tribe lyrics, and everybody like,
Tribe
yo, who is this
hard.
young kid like knowing all these records? I'm like, how the hell he know all of this? But I seem older than what I was.
So by your dad being around all of them, I take it, man, whatever your dad was listening to, you probably was just listening to that, and that's what kind of seasoned you a little bit into the music.
Yeah, to a degree.
Yeah.
Like, because I had all types of music in the house.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, from hip hop to, of course, R&B, house music, dance music, soul, whatever was in there. You know what I'm saying? I was listening.
Yeah.
See, you buying the hip hop records, you buying the Tribe. So so you just started out singing?
Nah, so when I started, buying these albums and reading credits and all that, that's what prompted me to say, okay, let me find out what they did, and not to implement it, but just to figure out how they did it.
Yeah.
And then once I kind of got a grasp, I'm like, okay, I like actually writing songs. But the
So were you, not to cut you off, but were you like, you was writing songs or kind of rap? And the reason why I'm asking, because you like in a Tribe like that.
I wasn't doing rap.
Okay.
I wasn't trying to rap.
Yeah, okay.
It was just more so I just wanted to write.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know where to take it yet. So that's when the production aspect came in, because I was like, now I need full songs. Like, I need to put the whole puzzle together.
Yeah.
So that's when I started learning about production and learning about how to actually create beats, to actually create and produce records. Right. So that's where all that came in.
I mean, did you?
Yeah. So I started learning piano early. And then, but I learned by ear, so I wasn't even trained.
Yeah.
I learned by ear.
Can you read notes?
I eventually started to learn sheet music after that.
See, that's one, man, I just never really took in.
And that took a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I took the process to just try to learn it, by me playing piano. And then, after that, just other instruments here and there, like a little bit of guitar, a little bit of drum. I love percussion. I'm a rhythmic type of person, so I love, rhythmic instruments. And then after that, man, shit, just kept going. Just once I just kind of started putting records together and songs together, start sending them out and letting people hear it. And whether if I thought it was good or not, just let me just get your
feedback.
Opinion, you know what I'm saying? And it just kept building from there.
Wow.
So let me ask you about this. Your first EP, Blue Leisure.
Yeah.
Blue Leisure. Now, what was the process in really getting that together? I mean, that was really late on in the 2000s.
Right.
I know there had to be a build up.
Definitely build up.
You know what I mean? So what kind of like just walk me through the process of how you even wanted to even do your own EP at that time.
So even before I put that project out, I was actually in a group.
Okay.
This was 2017.
Y'all was singing?
I was a singer, and the other guy's name was Nova. He was the rapper of the group.
X2 something.
King's X2.
King's X2.
Yep.
Okay.
And you know, it wasn't even something I was trying to do at first. It was just really like a spur of the moment idea that Nova had, because at the time he was working on his album. I think he was signed to Spectrum Records at the time.
So how old were you guys at this time?
Had to be like, I was like 26, 26, 27, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit older than me.
Okay.
And basically he was working on his project, and he was like, hey man, you know, you mind just demoing some hooks with me, you know, whether if I want to have somebody else do it or whatever, just to have it.
Yeah.
So I just did them. And one day he played me this track, and he wanted me to demo this particular track, but I was like, you know what, I think I want to keep this one, like, cause it sounded good.
Yeah,
and what
yeah.
I put on it was dope. I was like, you know what, we got to keep this. I don't know what we gonna do with it, but we got to keep it.
Okay.
So he was like, you know what, why don't we just do a group? Like, just put it out.
Mm.
I'm like, you know what, that might be something, you know, cause I was thinking about doing the artist thing, but I just wasn't too sure yet.
Yeah.
This was way early.
Yeah.
And when you guys was he singing? Was he singing?
Nah, he was strictly rapping.
Okay.
Like, he from New York too. From the Bronx.
Okay.
So he was strictly rapping.
Singing and the rap aspect. That's what y'all had
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on?
that was the duo thing.
Singing the hook.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah.
writing the, okay.
Yep. So that was the beginning of it. We ended up putting out the first single, which was called Wine For Me.
Yeah, Wine For
and
Me, yeah.
when we put that record out, that went number 10 on Billboard. Debut.
Wow.
Now mind you, it's the first time I'm ever on a song.
Who
But
y'all
he-
put this out through?
Spectrum, right?
No, we I think we went through Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we went through Empire.
So, man, y'all had a lot of the resources down here, man.
Well, it took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while because for a minute New York was the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And California too, right?
Well, California was really on an independent thing. Like,
Yeah.
they were doing their thing without even they didn't even need to their records to be sold in New York because
Okay.
California was so big.
Yeah.
And it was so independent. Everybody was doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't know that.
they had their own thing, and then you got Tennessee and Memphis,
Yeah.
having their own
Independent,
thing.
yeah.
And you got Florida down here, and you got Texas down here having their own independent thing. It was just just a matter of time for Atlanta to get those same tools. I call them tools. You know,
Right.
The independent record labels. Ichiban, then you get a major record label like LaFace Records. You know what I'm saying? So after that just opened the gates for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, yeah. I mean, it took us a while to get it, but we finally got some distributors down here, mainly distributors down here, and some subsidiary record labels that got distribution deals. But
Yeah.
it took us a minute though, man. To do
It did take a minute.
See, man, as a like in the 90s, man, I didn't know where LA Face was at for some reason, man. I just like what he was saying when I was doing at a younger age.
Yeah.
By the time me and my homeboys started, I just really wanted to put them on.
Yeah.
But they was like, man, I don't know where this is at. I always read the credits. I'm like, dude, it's in New York. I'm like, we got to go down there, man. We could just like when I hear people like tell their stories on how they got on waiting outside the building. Yeah. Before I even knew people did that, I kept telling them, man, we gotta just sleep outside, man. Just do that shit, man. Like I'm a believer. I thought it would happen.
That type of stuff.
Yeah.
Just look at the story with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Oh yeah.
Tone Loc and all.
Yeah, that was wild. Yeah.
I like Humble Beginnings. You know what I'm saying? That's your record label.
Yeah. Humble Sound Records. Yep.
Yeah, that's hard too.
Everything starts from some type of humble beginning, man. You know what I mean? And you gotta cherish that stuff, man, and keep it close to your heart, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, and I named it that because, like, I always thought my story was like more of like a unorthodox story.
Yeah.
Because I've been fortunate enough to be around so many greats at a young age. And
did you know that they was greats, or they was just regular people to you?
No, they were already great. By the time I got to them, they was already great.
Okay, I was gonna say,
you know, like I already admired them.
Okay,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just for me to have access and just be around that, me being super green and new, and just soaking up knowledge and just being around.
Yeah.
You know, that was a win in itself.
Yeah.
But then also just having the luxury of meeting some of my idols that I admired growing up too was also a big deal to me.
That's what I wanted to hit you with. I read where Whitney Houston, you guys are some way connected or something like that. Y'all family?
Damn.
So when I was younger, I was best friends with Bobby Brown's son, Bobby Brown Jr. We basically damn near grew up together.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And
y'all met in Atlanta?
Yeah, we met in Atlanta. Well, the funny part is we actually met through a mutual friend on Facebook. And then we eventually met in Atlanta.
Okay.
Then I eventually went to LA, you know, rock with him, met with the fam, you know, we all spending time together, then we all working together.
That's crazy.
You know, it just kind of became a family thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it was crazy times.
Bobby Brown, man.
Wow.
Shout out to the whole Brown family.
Man.
Rest in peace to Bobby Jr. as well, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, great guy, man. They all great. Shout out.
So
to
man, you must have been around when they had the reality show. Was y'all like around that time?
I wasn't all the way around when they had when they was filming the show.
Probably a little bit
like,
afterward.
Yeah, like I mean, I could have been around, but
No, I ain't saying like being on the show. I'm saying you having that relationship with him. It was around that time.
Yep.
I was just trying to do the math in my head. I'm keeping on. I'm like, okay, that was around it.
But that's all that you said that because he's been on some television shows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like name a few of them.
Man, I've been on Love and Hip Hop before.
Yeah.
I've been on Chrisley Knows Best.
Okay.
I've been on BET from the bottom up.
See,
James been out here, man.
I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, see, that's the type of guy you are. You know what I'm saying? And you only say these type of things in interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shit you wear on your shoulder.
Yeah.
But these are great building blocks. You know what I'm saying? To just let people know that your rise to where you are now, it was no fluke. It was hard work.
It was definitely hard work, man.
Hard work, and I see you pride yourself on a lot of quality type stuff.
Oh yeah,
so,
definitely.
You know, big ups to that, man. Because you don't really see that in this day and age. You only kind of see that with some of the late greats and some of the people that we all, you know what I'm saying, love to learn.
And you know what? Because you mentioned that, like, I've always learned from the best, right? Because I've been around the best.
Right.
And I understood that in order for you to be revered as one of the best, you got to take your time with what you're doing, and you got to perfect it. And you always got to learn from people that's better than you.
True that.
Exactly.
I never thought that I was the best at anything. I knew I was great, but I never revered myself as the best because I know there's somebody out there greater than me. So I'm always a sponge. I'm always learning. I'm always trying to get better and better. So that was the point of me getting to the Blue Leisure project, because I already had the experience of working with some of the biggest artists, producing and writing for them, and knowing how to actually make a record, and actually how to actually make a hit. And I'm like, you know what? Coming off that Billboard record, I'm gonna just take the leap and see how people gravitate to me as a solo act. And when I did that, right off the rip, ended up working with Houdini.
Whoa.
My first single.
One of my favorites.
How the hell did you get? Because Houdini was on that record, Blue Leisure record. Right?
Yeah. We did a song called "Move" that's on there.
Wow, how did that come about, man? Like,
so that came about through my producer at the time, my co-producer. His name was Rob Beats, and he had a relationship with Ecstasy's girlfriend. Her name is DJ Del Tanya Cannon.
Okay.
And you know, I was already a huge Houdini fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, One Love is one of my top 5 favorite songs all the time.
So I was about to ask you, because of the age, like when did you get hip to them?
I got hip to them right after Tribe.
Okay.
Because see, one thing about me back then was I just loved production.
Okay,
I
okay,
loved different types of production.
Yeah.
And Houdini was one of them groups to me that had different type production.
Yes.
Because and one thing about it is too, I love dance and house music, and they was one of the first rap groups that went to London to record their
I
albums.
was just about to say that they recorded.
So they had
music
that influence.
overseas.
They had that
sound.
techno and that you know what I'm saying, all of that influence. So
Right.
they got me off the rip.
Yeah.
So One Love was probably one of the beats that I heard off the rip from them. I was like,
That shit
this
was hard.
is crazy. Like,
Whoa, man. Whoa.
you know what I'm saying?
That spoke to me.
So that got me.
Man.
Those type of songs spoke to me. That type of song and Teenage Love.
Yeah, Slick
those
Rick.
type of
Yeah.
songs.
Even Friends, crazy. Freeze Come Out Night, crazy.
Boy, listen,
5 Minutes of Funk, crazy.
I just remember them videos, and I remember being down in New York as a kid, man, and listen to Here I'm a Hoe, which is one of my favorites.
Man, come on.
Wherever I'm DJing,
man.
you probably will hear that sometime throughout the night.
Yeah,
Shout out
man.
my homeboy George Bowman, one of my elementary, high school partners. He the one that turned me on to Houdini. Now I went over to his house, and mom and dad had plenty of money, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Pulled out the record, put it on the record player, started playing. I was like, man, what the hell is this, man?
Crazy.
What is this? And he was the type of person when you look at it, you wouldn't even think that he knew anything about music, man.
Yeah.
But man, he put that song on, man, on a record player, man. And I was blown away, man.
That shit was
Blown away.
hard,
Didn't have no
man.
idea that they recorded their music across
Overseas, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was a whole different sound from what New York was.
And you know another thing too, a lot of people don't realize is when they did their first 2 albums, they was on Jive,
Yeah,
and
they
Jive was a UK label at first.
Whoa.
Before they came to the States.
I think I heard one of them say that
They
before
was a
in the
UK
interview.
label. That's why they went
Whoa.
to London.
Okay.
They went and got that sound, though.
Yeah, they got that
Explain
sound
it all, man.
because see, and this the reason why they record sound the way they do.
Phew,
is because
that shit hard.
The engineer that engineered them was
Yeah.
a rock engineer.
Ah.
So that's why they sound
Yeah.
they record sound so
Yeah,
clean
totally different.
because rock engineers they don't do all the extra effects. It's real clean.
Yeah.
So that's why they stuff sound like that.
And then they eventually moved down here to Atlanta.
Yeah.
They've been down here in Atlanta like in the 80s or something. You
Yep.
know what I mean?
Yep.
So man, yeah, man. That's
Yeah, man. So
yeah, bro.
that was the beginning. Like I met them, came to the studio,
And you had
one
both
day.
of them on that song too?
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
man.
Jaleel and X.
Man.
And,
woo.
and the crazy part was
What was that, 2000?
Jaleel and
this
X.
was
19?
this was 2018,
18, okay.
and
Okay.
came to
Damn.
the studio with Rob, and I was already working on the Move song already. Like it was damn near kind of done.
Yeah.
And they came up in there, and I'm like, oh man, Houdini,
Yeah.
right?
Ah.
So they was like, we want to get on it. Like we think it's hot.
And they
da, da,
blessed
da.
you
So
like that?
I wrote the verse with them right there on the spot, and they got on it, and then that was it.
Inspiring, bro.
Hell yeah.
They wanna go to the studio.
Yeah. man. So that was. That
All right, y'all,
was
we'll
the
see y'all
beginning.
later.
So we put that record out.
Wow.
I mean, it went crazy just off GP, man. Everybody was just like, dang. I mean, how the hell you get Houdini on it? Like what?
That's what the fuck. Even though you telling me, I'm just like this.
Yeah,
had a
man.
Young
song.
cat, man.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, so as I'm creating
Yeah.
the project,
Yeah.
ended up linking with Tony Terry.
Yeah.
So I did a song with Tony Terry.
Forgive me.
Hold on. Hey, listen. When Tony Terry first came out, you couldn't tell me that he was not a rapper. You see the album cover?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, when I seen that, I was like, oh, I got to have this. I got home like, yo, what the fuck, man? But it was jamming though.
It
was jamming.
It was.
It was just he had the chain, the high top.
Yeah.
Man,
He
I
had a
was
different
like,
style.
yeah.
He was an MC?
No, he was
No,
a singer.
Whoa.
You know his songs when you hear.
You'll know.
Is it When I'm With You?
Yeah.
When I'm with you.
I feel complete.
Yeah.
Da, da, da,
Yes.
da, da. Yeah.
Man, wait till I
He was
see.
doing that back then?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know him way back then.
No, I knew him when it came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I seen the album cover on the Humble though.
Okay.
I heard the song, but when you record shopping and you don't really know, and especially back then, sometimes they might have it in the corner where you can go put the headphones on. But sometimes, like I say, when you shopping, so back in the day, you know, money wasn't all like that. So I used to book them, meaning steal them.
Right.
So when I seen it, I'm like, oh, this nigga look hard on the cover. Man, he looked like Big Daddy Kane or somebody.
Whoa.
You got that bitch, this nigga sing.
Like you off the rip, you wouldn't think he was a singer.
Nope. Cool as shit though. His songs was good though.
Real.
Matter of fact, that's a classic song, like weddings and shit. When I'm with you, that's a classic.
Classic.
You probably will hear that.
all the way.
Yeah.
All the way.
Nah, you know it. You just it ain't
Yeah,
registering
when you hear
yet.
it, you'll know it. You'll know it.
And then when you see the album cover, you gonna be
guys
like,
are avid credit reader.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Back when I was just looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even-
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did at first, because that's what made me be like, let me go and get it.
Yeah.
You don't read the credits till you start listening to the music.
Yeah,
you just sit back
so-
and like.
Yeah.
See, I was the opposite. I read the credits before I even heard the music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was one of them.
Everybody got their own way to do it. That's dope though, man.
So yeah,
So you got a song with Tony Terry?
Yeah, so I linked
This
up with
dude.
Tony Terry.
Jane, you a
Me and
young
him did a
legend.
record. Matter of fact, it was crazy. Like, it was the same situation. I had the record already kind of done, and me and him already knew each other. And I was like, "Look, man, you know you want to you want to come over and do something?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I'm coming over." So
Wow.
I wrote the verse for him.
That motherfucking
he
easy,
recorded.
man. Shout out to Tony Terry,
Shout
man.
out to Tony Terry, man.
Oh my God.
So
man.
then after that, I'm still creating.
True that.
Then I ended up linking with Kalina from Diddy Dirty Money.
Yeah, I know you talking
My
about.
homie. Yeah. So me and her did something.
Yeah.
So
boy,
it was
so-
just for that to be the first body of work
Whoa.
that anybody heard from me.
That's big.
It was kind of a big deal. It was just like,
Man.
okay. So I was just like, all right, I got a solid product, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. So how am I gonna market this and how I'm gonna do it? You know, because it's kind of difficult when you coming from a producer songwriter lane,
Yeah.
and then you
Stuff
jump
you
into
ain't
the
gotta worry
artist
about.
lane. Like, some people might not accept it, or they might be like, man, stick to doing that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
But
yeah.
with me, it was different. I never got none of that pushback. But I knew why. It's because I took my time with the product. I knew what I wanted it to sound like.
Yeah.
I knew that I wasn't making no BS.
Yeah.
I knew that I had quality records. I had quality collaborations. It was gonna be a shock value,
Yeah.
and I knew people was gonna like something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what saved me. But then on top of that, what got me was, I was like, you know what? I'm going off the rim. I'm gonna have a release event for it, right? The next day. For the project. So it came out. This was the project came out 2019 January 11th. I had the event the next day, right after it came out, right? I ain't had no expectations. I ain't know. It's my first time doing it, right?
Yeah.
Man,
They showed
came out there, man. It was raining too. It was raining hard outside. I was like, oh, man.
as a buzz.
Man, I came to that venue, line out the door, sold out.
Wow.
That's dope though, man.
Whoa, okay.
This is a date.
This is the day after.
Damn.
Just came out.
That's hard
It was
though.
line out the door, raining outside. I'm like, what? Houdini
have
came
a-
through.
I can't get
had,
over that
I
right,
had
man.
Bobby V come through. Like,
Bobby V.
there was a lot
Shout
of
out to
people
Bobby.
came,
Shout out to
man.
Bobby V, man.
I had press come through. It was a lot.
Who?
Just press. Like,
Oh, I
press.
thought you said Prince.
Nah.
I'm like, nigga, what?
Oh man. Shout out to Brent.
Oh man.
But yeah, it was a blessing, man. So after that, man, I just kept going.
That just lets me know that you had a following.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
did.
know what
I
mean?
did.
Nobody shows up like that unless people actually like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And know you and support you. You know what I mean? So that's what I tell artists now. Before you drop anything, man, have a following.
You got to.
Even
You
if
got
it's
to.
10 people. To come out and sing your shit verse for verse, line for line.
Yeah.
Have your following, you know what I mean? Then
Got to.
that'll let you know if you're wasting your time or not. You know
Yep.
what I
That's a
mean?
fact.
Yeah.
So, man, nah, man, big ups, man.
Yeah, man. So that was the beginning of it, man. Then the following year, I put out the second project, Kaleidoscopes.
I seen you was very consistent with it. You know what I mean? What was that 2020?
That was 2020. 2020. Right, I put that out, and that was even a bigger project. And the way I came up with that project was I was in Italy.
What was the name of the project?
Kaleidoscopes.
Okay.
I was in Italy I was in Italy like late 2019. And I was in Rome at the time. And like when you're in Rome, like you can see the Colosseum from anywhere. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
Big.
So I was sitting in this courtyard early in the morning, and I was just, going to get some breakfast or whatever. And this guy was above me. He was on this fire escape, and he had this big old telescope looking at the Coliseum.
Yeah.
And something clicked in my head. I was like, kaleidoscopes, because I want people to view my music in a different lens than how maybe I see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm growing as an artist. So that's the concept that came from that.
Whoa.
So when I was like, okay, you know what, that's gonna be the concept. Got back to Atlanta, started working, linked up with Rough Ends. Did a song with them. My boy Ray Lavender worked with them. And then I linked up with my sister True Hurts. Did a record. Linked up with my boy Dragon, Rough Riders.
Is Dragon in Atlanta?
I think he's in New York, if I'm not mistaken.
That's somebody, man. I'm like, man.
Yeah.
I just been wanting to hear some new Dragon, man. It might be out there.
Yeah.
I about to say it might be out there, and I ain't looking, but
dropping.
I just that nigga. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
he was that dude,
Dragon
man.
sick, man.
Man, I should know that nigga shit, man.
Dragon sick.
He definitely was to me was a protege of DMX.
AMX, yeah.
So if it was anybody that can do that shit, DMX did. I ain't heard nobody else even try.
Nah.
But except Dragon, you know what I mean? So
That nigga was hard to me,
Dragon
man.
was crazy.
It was different.
He was
He
hard.
still got it. He still got it.
I believe it. Now you about to have me go and look up Dragon,
Yeah,
man.
man. So
Damn,
shout out
I
to all them,
didn't
man.
seen Eve, Dragon. These the Rough Rider name that's coming up all this week. I just been hearing.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
man. Shout out to
My
them.
bad, man. But yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's, after them two projects, man, I was just building and just working and working, you know what I'm saying? And I started putting out more singles after that, I had a big single with Jay Holiday called Gold Mine.
Oh yeah.
Going crazy.
And what about Robin S?
Yeah.
How did you link up with Robin?
Man, I've
Yeah.
been working with Robin S for a long time, man, because I was producing for her at first.
Wow.
How did you end up producing for her? Somebody linked y'all?
Funny enough, we actually met at a concert years ago. And I was already a big Robin S fan. Like, I mean, you can't go wrong with Show Me Love.
Man, time out. I need to call a time out here, man. Do you realize how many legends that you've been working with, man?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
up here
why I say my
like
story so unorthodox, because
it's great though, and I'm a music fan, junkie, all that, like, and I'm just over here like all this stuff he's saying, man. I'm like, damn, I should get this shit animated. And like everything you saying, I'm seeing, and I'm like, do James really know, or was you in the moment?
Back then, I was in the moment.
Okay.
I was just working.
Okay.
Like, I ain't really realized what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like, I knew I was doing great stuff.
Yeah.
But, when you're trying to get on and you're trying to do stuff,
just
you're
moving.
just going.
Man,
You just going. Like, I was just going. Like, hey, I got this project. Okay, cool. I got this one. All right, cool.
Right.
I ain't really got to sit down and really digest it.
I knew it had to be like that because everything he's saying in the timeline, I'm like, I'm watching it, you in it. I'm like, he had to be in the moment. I don't think he even probably sat back, unless he just saying it now. Like, damn, I did that with them.
I really did.
That had to be because, like, just say for instance, like Goodie Mob, Soul Food. We ain't thinking about.
Yeah, right.
We just putting the ideas down.
Yeah.
As they come, we vibing. We ain't thinking about, oh, this is gonna be.
Yeah, right.
25 years from now.
Yeah.
We just in the moment recording with a super producers.
Yeah.
And just happy, glad to be in the moment.
Right.
And then come up with something. Come up with that first song. Oh damn.
Yeah, right.
Oh shit, I could do another one.
Yeah.
It's just clockwork then, you know.
Yeah, that's really what it was, man. Like, I was just on go mode, like just trying to get to it.
Yeah. Man, I swear, man. As you saying, I'm like, damn, man. Did this dude know what he's saying right now? And like Robin S.
You know the crazy.
Everybody ain't just working with her, man.
A lot of the artists that I had a chance to work with early on was just really like off the whim. Like it wasn't something that I was planning.
Yeah.
It just kind of fell into place. Like I might have met him here somewhere, or met him through somebody, or they found me, or whatever the case was. It just wasn't forced.
Right. Yeah, right.
It was one of those things. Yeah. So that's exactly what happened with Robin. Like me and her, we met at a concert. I forgot what show it was, but it was at a concert that she was performing at, and I just was like, look, I'm a big fan. Like I love your music. You know what I'm saying? Like Show Me Love is top 5 greatest dance songs all time
ever.
I think it's the biggest dance song of all time.
I think yeah. And probably number 1 overseas.
Absolutely. So I'm like, you know what? I would love to work with you. I want to do a song with you. She was like, absolutely.
That fucking easy.
Without a doubt.
That's man.
I love that.
She came to the studio and we was working ever since.
That, man. I love it when they're open, especially to new things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You like close my like I don't work with no young cat.
Yeah.
It stops right there. You're growing.
And I think too, she was trying to find a new lane for her too, because I think like for so long people was just putting her in that Show Me Love box.
Yeah.
And she wanted to just do new and different types of music. True, you know. So I kind of gave her a different lens and a different sound, and you know, maybe you could try this, maybe you could try that, you know what I'm saying? And not recreate what you already did.
And what's crazy, that song, I remember having the tape because my mom had it. I used to book her every now and then. That song just happened to go like that. You know, unless she can tell us something different where somebody.
It's a whole story about
I know it had to be.
It's a whole story, man. I mean, but you know, see, a lot of people don't realize with that song.
Yeah.
The version that everybody know now is the remix of it. That wasn't the original version. It was a different version that initially came out.
Did I hear that on Unsung too? Was they talking about that?
It might have been.
Okay, because I'm like, this is like deja vu a little bit.
Yeah, it was. So in a nutshell, basically, she signed with an independent company that put out the song first. And it was a different type of production at the time. It was just different. And she ended up signing with another company called Big Beat, which was through Atlantic. And another company called Champion Records, which was in London. And Champion Records had a producer named Stonebridge. Stonebridge was known for doing remixes. So they gave Stonebridge the original Show Me Love, and he remixed it. Whoa. And that's when Atlantic just took it out of there. So that's the version that everybody know today.
That is, wow.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's probably is finally that's another song too, right? Or is that the same song?
Finally?
Yeah.
So that's CeCe Peniston.
Yeah. I'm getting it mixed up. I'm like, they was popping around that same time. Yeah.
Like, they was rivals. Like they was putting them together. Yeah.
They was hard.
It was CeCe Peniston, Robin S, and
I'm trying to think of
Crystal Waters.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
That's crazy that like the information he get from that, man, and I know the age gap. That's like he love the shit, man.
I love music, man. I love the arts, man.
It ain't really no age gap. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this. Back in the days, I was playing. I didn't play Michael Jackson around my sons.
Yeah.
They know him.
Yeah.
How did that happen? You know what I mean? So it's no age gap.
Yeah.
With music, man. You know what I'm saying? Because music is relatable.
Yeah.
And it's
just about them getting exposed. It's just about people getting exposed to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so many great artists out here, man, who got songs from the '60s that'll relate to somebody today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And plus, too, you know, we live in a different time. Like, cause way back then, in order for you to get to the masses, it was controlled by the label.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't get to a radio station. You
True
couldn't
that.
get to the mass.
Oh,
pool
yeah,
of people.
definitely.
You couldn't get
no
nowhere
internet.
unless they controlled
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't no internet. It was,
Yeah.
It was, yeah. It
Like
was
they
just
set up
straightforward.
everything. Like if
Right.
you going on a tour, they setting it up. You going on a press run, they
Right.
setting it up. You getting on the radio, they setting it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different dynamic now.
True that. Well, I know it's kind of hard to do, man. But what's one of your favorite albums that you put out? I know all of them your babies. But like, which one is the one that you like? Yeah, that's the one right there. That's the one.
Hold on, I wanted to talk about his other two albums.
Oh, the other two. Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah, we didn't even get to that.
nah, yeah, hold on. No, we gonna hold that one though, because as you were saying, I was like, hold on, I ain't hear him talk about the other ones. So the Gip and Worthy project.
Yeah, man.
Man, how did that come about, man? Shout out to Gip out there.
Gip, man.
Yeah.
Shout out, man, for sure.
Yeah, man, home team.
Yeah.
Man, me and Gip met at my studio through Corrupt.
Damn.
Yeah, I was working with Corrupt at the time. Corrupt was living in Atlanta, and my studio was the studio he was frequent at. So
Yeah.
just one night we was working on. Ironically, we was working on a record called "Top of the World," which ended up being me and Gip's record.
Yeah. Sitting
But,
on top of the world.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
that was me and Corrupt at the time, and I remember Corrupt did his verse on it, and after he came out the booth, he was like, "You know what? I feel like we need to get Big Gip on here." I said, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, I can hear him on it." I'm like, "All right, well, let's make it happen." He was like,
Right.
"I'll call him right now."
Right.
He called him. Gip came through
He
like
pulled
30
up.
minutes later. He pulled up 30 minutes later.
yeah.
He wrote his verse on the spot.
Gip just
He
don't
laid it
pull
down.
up.
Yeah.
Just don't just pull up for nothing.
He came through, man.
Yeah,
He
OG
came
called
through.
him,
He wrote it on the spot. He
Whoa.
laid it down, and it was all three of us on the song,
Whoa.
right? So then after that, we just kind of locked in, and we just kind of stayed in contact. And I just told him, "Hey, man, I got this other record called TikTok that I'm putting out through Sony," and he hopped on that, and that record was actually nominated for a Grammy. So that was the first one, like besides the Corrupt joint that we did.
Yeah.
And then eventually, we did other stuff. We did another record called Night Drive with John Williams. And then eventually he was like, "Look, let's just do a whole project. See what the people like." And then that's when Give It Worthy came out.
Man, when I first heard that, man, it was dope to hear Gip with R&B like that. It like y'all, that was like one of the dopest compliments for each other. But when I heard James' voice, I'm like, man, this nigga just made me want to just sip some Remy, man. he just got like this smooth voice, man, on everything I hear, man. Even like the dance tracks. I'm like, man, I'm about to start calling him James Remy Worthy. This nigga too smooth, man. James be so chill, man.
Yeah. I mean, but see, one thing about me is I never wanted to emulate nobody.
Yeah.
Or I never wanted to sound like nobody. I just be doing my own thing. And the other piece to it is, my background is production.
Yeah.
And writing. So that was the biggest piece of it is the production. Like I gotta reel people in with the production.
Yeah.
And then the format of it. Cause even when we initially came up with the concept, I was like, you know what? We ain't even gotta come up with no creative name.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. We gonna keep it simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the music has to translate with where we are at personally in life when it comes to
Right.
relationships.
Right.
Yeah,
yeah. We was both on the same page with that.
It was definitely grown and sexy though.
Yeah.
That's why I like it, man.
It's not easy writing those type of songs though. Like
No,
you said,
it's not.
You said both of y'all had to be in that same
Yeah,
lane, that same mode. You know what I mean? Because it might come out as some player shit, but still though, it's still some grown, sexy type real shit. You know what I mean? So you definitely right, man. You just can't go in there. And just
man. I ain't just want to slap no stuff together and
True
talk
that.
about stuff that
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? every song on there was a real story.
True that.
And I just wish a lot of people would like just treat the art back like that, man. I mean, every now and then it's cool to just get some shit off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool. And I guess that's the dopeness with being an artist. You know what I'm saying? But when you doing those albums or projects like that, like throw some singles out, some little EP. That's cool.
Yeah.
But like that, like I really appreciated it, man. You had the joint with 112 on there.
Yeah, Let You Go.
Like
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I listen to the music, man. I'm like, man, this dude is smooth. Like I feel good playing this in the whip with the wife.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Let You Go is probably one of my favorite songs that I wrote. Whoa. Because
I was gonna
it's
ask
some
you.
real lyrics in that song.
Yeah.
Like off the rip, when I come in, I was letting it out.
Yeah.
I was letting
Them the
it
best
out.
This one 112.
Yeah. It's
Let
on
You
the,
Go.
it's on the project. It's on there.
It's one of the ones I let it go on now. That's why I called it Let You Go. Like I let that shit go.
I want to say I might have ran it on the radio once too.
Yeah,
Cause
man,
I was like,
that's
damn, they got the
definitely
whole
one of my
thing like
favorites,
this.
man. Like, but you know, like again, it came from a real place.
Yeah.
And like I wanted it just to be relatable to not only the women but for the dudes too, because dudes be going through that stuff too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
definitely.
it was a project for men and women.
Yeah.
Just on some play shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's kind of where we was at.
See right there, artists, instead of like putting that shit on, venting on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, put it in the art, man, and sell it to us. Like we'll buy it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think a lot of artists be wasting money venting on social media. It's like just put it in the music. It's gonna mean it's like what you said.
If people think like that,
yeah,
you'd be surprised because even with what we did with a 5-song project, project went top 10.
It was hard to me.
Number 1 on Amazon.
Yeah, it was hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, if we could do it, come on, man.
So I got another one too, 2 more, and I'm gonna let Joe go back. We're gonna go back to Joe's question. So this for both of y'all, man. The So High.
Yeah.
Man,
one of my favorites.
Yeah, like y'all got a lot of people in Cleveland, Ohio be bumping that.
Really?
My niggas be up there like, I call them, they be like, I can't see. I'm like, what's up, nigga? Man, it's me, nigga. I ain't make this Joe, nigga. Like my niggas be bumping that shit.
That's hard.
My nigga be bumping that shit.
Hard.
Shout out to Rod Woods. He love that shit.
Man.
My nigga Rod love that.
That's dope.
But man, like, how did y'all put that song together, man? And I didn't see that coming from Joe. I ain't see that shit coming.
I'm gonna tell you, shout out to Khujo.
Okay.
Khujo, he the one who produced the track.
Yeah.
He produced the track, and for some reason I sent it to James. You know?
Yeah, he sent me a pack.
I sent him a pack, and that was one of the songs that he got to. This was one of the songs that he liked, and he sent it back to me.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, man, it reminded me of Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we was on the Face Records.
Yeah.
And Babyface, when I was coming up, bro, in high school, man, with Babyface,
yeah,
Al B. Sure,
yeah,
and Key Sweat.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So when that kind of resonated with me and he sent it back to me, man, I was like, oh man, I gotta write some shit to this, man. I gotta really show a side that people have never seen from me. You feel what I'm saying?
Man,
being on that type of music, having that type of formula, you know what I'm saying? That shit just really just put me on a whole different situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm used to doing other shit.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a challenge like this, man, I was up for the challenge, man, and it was just.
Man. And then I hit him with the dance version of it.
I was gonna go back to it. Yep. But man, listen, when I tell y'all, man, like I ain't see that one coming from Joe. I was like,
I knew it was different. Like the minute I did it, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be different.
That was hey, listen, man, that was great for Joe, man. Like you setting it up like that, man. When I tell you, bro,
honestly, man, that track was different for me.
Was it?
Because prior to that, I hadn't dropped a song with live instruments like that.
Yeah, that shit is hard. Yeah,
like it was a new vibe for me too. So I was like, when you sent it, I'm like, I kept listening to it. I'm like, this shit is hard. But I was trying to figure out where to go with it. And I kept coming up with melodies and different ideas. And I finally, something struck to me. I'm like, okay, I ain't gonna make it wordy. Yeah. It gotta be simple.
Simple, yeah.
So, you know, that's kind of where it went.
That shit hard, bro.
Shout out to Radio 3000, man.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Radio 3000.
Shout out to Radio 3000.
Another young brother, man, with a soulful voice too, man.
Yeah.
He gets it, man.
Yeah.
Man, and shot the video down here in Atlanta, man, downtown, midtown.
Yeah. I seen it.
Man, there was, like I said, I don't even think I've ever done a song like that in my solo career.
Period. And as a fan, I do not remember hearing nothing like that.
The only thing I can think close to that is Beautiful Skin.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Other than that, man.
That shit, listen, man.
Being there, man.
And I was thinking about
that
it.
motherfucker.
I was thinking about Beautiful Skin when I was doing it too.
Okay.
Because like you said, that song was really the only song that on that vibe that you was on like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna, duplicate Beautiful Skin.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you a 2.0 version. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, shout out to DJ Jelly.
Oh yeah,
Once
man.
Jelly heard that, man.
Yeah, man.
It was instant. It's instant.
He was on that.
V103, V103.
That shit was
on that
hard.
Man. So man, and shout out to Jelly, cause man, he's one of my biggest critics. My brother is my biggest critic.
Yeah.
Jelly is right there with me.
Yeah.
He's like, man, y'all like to hear songs like that from you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's about that time. You know what I'm saying? Those type of songs, man. That kind of mix the R&B with the hip hop, man, like old school.
And that shit was so smooth. Like I played it like quite a few spots. I played it at when Gibb had his thing, and I remember the bartender like, man, what's that? I'm like, that's him right there. Khujo? I was like, yup.
Then
and I played it back again.
The goddamn the remix.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. You did the remix,
I ain't gonna lie. I put the foot in that one, boy.
That shit was hard too.
EDM, man. 3000, man. I mean, and he challenged me with that too because it's way different from the original So High. I got extra bars in there. Different type of stuff going on, man. I was like, yo.
Change the cadence, the flow on it. Like, because I ain't want to do the whole, you take the vocal and speed it up. I ain't want to, we got to keep it original.
Yeah. Hey, it was crazy. I told Joe, I said, man, you need to jump in that EDM lane, man.
Look, man.
I told him that before I even heard that. I already told him. I said, Joe.
That dance lane and that EDM.
He got two, yours and the other one, Rohan. I'm when I heard that, after that, I said, Joe, man, you need to jump in that lane just for a little bit.
You got some more
I got it. Shoot.
Man,
I wouldn't mind doing something with Rohan too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He dope with it.
Yeah.
You
gotta see that boy in action though.
Open.
Like at a show.
And you know what? One thing about me too is I ain't one of them dudes that's so hung up on producing everything. I love collaborating with other producers.
Oh man,
and other writers. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just all get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't the James show.
It's
creating. Let's just make something dope.
Yeah, creating good art, man.
I've been like that my whole career, bro. Like
when I tell him that, he gonna go ballistic, man. Yeah, he gonna love that.
You gotta see him at his show.
Yeah, I seen videos like he been going
just
crazy.
Seeing him in his environment, man. His domain, that boy.
Matter of fact, he got other guys with him that's talented too, man. That plays. I mean, will blow your fucking mind, man.
Like I say, I would love to hear that too, man. Like I love great music and art, different stuff. But man, check this out. So we got to talk about the new. Is it EP?
Yeah.
All right, the Cups and Coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
Man, listen, let me tell you, I was on the plane, was going to DC. I swear I listened to the first track for about 4 or 5 times, man.
Oh wow!
I was like,
wow.
Like I'm just on the plane, like, I'm like, oh, I like this. I like this. I'm like, James, a real fucking artist, man. Like he give you Kaleidoscope was perfect. that should have been Kaleidoscope 2. I mean, you can keep the name of the Cups of Coffee,
right.
but where he went with it on those tracks on the album, I seen a variety on there, man.
You know what, man? With this project is real special to me because it's my third EP since 2020. Since Kaleidoscopes, right? My solo project.
Yeah.
Not only that, but I'm showing people the growth of me being an artist and me really taking my time with these records. It ain't something I just slapped together. Really took time with these records. Like at least 3 of them is like 3 years old. But with me, I'm always changing stuff around.
Same way, go back.
I'm reproducing stuff. I'm adding stuff. I'm re-recording vocals. You know, I'm doing all the type of stuff like that. You know, I might mix a record 10 times, 20 times before you even hear it.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with this. I literally mixed these records 15 times.
Wow. Perfectionist, bro.
Yeah, bro. But that's just me. Like, that's just my ear.
I get it, man.
So that's why it sound the way it sounds.
I was going off of it, and when I listen to music, I listen for a lot of different things, man. Way before I get to like any of the lyrics and stuff like that. You know, I like to be optimistic. Sometimes the beat might not be hitting, but then the lyrics might, or the lyrics might not be, but that beat. And then I just remember being a kid, man, listening to music in the front of the speakers. Yeah. And sometime if you turn to the left, you'll hear different stuff over here.
Right.
So
little pan here, little pan there, yeah.
So that first track, I just kept listening to it. But man, I think you got another one too, man. Like when I mean another one, I think you got another one for that radio, man. That intimate privacy.
Privacy. Yeah, that's that joint.
I think y'all got another one, man.
But you know what a lot of people saying too?
What?
It's privacy and that city love with me and Brian.
Yeah.
That one right there.
Yeah, it's the last one on there. Yeah.
I'm on it.
I ain't even gonna hold you. That city love is
How
monster.
the hell you get Brian McKnight on that, bro?
Well, this is Brian McKnight Jr., his son.
What?
Yeah.
His son.
Yeah, man. Dude is incredible.
Whoa.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And I've done stuff with his father too in the past too. But with this project, I put Junior on it.
Yeah.
And he did his thing, man.
Awesome, man.
But see, what I wanted to do was with that particular record, I wanted to showcase harmony, and I wanted to showcase arrangement on that record. A lot of people don't really put that in the forefront these days. I had to give it to them. I'm like, you know what? I'm about to harmonize the shit out of y'all with this one. But like on some player, you know what I'm saying, with that bop. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't the typical 90s shit, you know what I'm saying? It's our thing. But you hear where we going with it. It's just that bop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it first come on, I'm locking you in. You know what I'm saying? Even with privacy, like the beat alone, people like, oh shit, it's like that futuristic shit. But when I come in and then that beat drop, they like, oh shit, that 808, what?
Yeah, he got me with him because like I said, I'm listening to the project. I'm like.
But then I hit him with that Galaxy, and I hit him with that dance.
Everything is different on there, man. Yeah, everything is different on there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like every
live instruments on it.
Yep. I was about to say that too, because I was like when I listen to music, man, I just be like questioning, and if I can talk to the artist, I might hit him up like, man, what you trying to do? They be like, damn, you get it. Like with yours, his shit, he could perform all of that shit.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like every track, I'm just like, he could perform that. Yeah. He'll kill it in Vegas.
That's really
with this one.
That was really the design of it. Is a body of work that I can perform.
Yeah.
Different tempos.
Yeah. And
then also, I can either speed it up or slow it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I could go wherever I wanted to go with it. That was the whole premise.
I seen it as a DJ.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I had to do a show, we doing this with that. Just like he can do that whole thing like that.
Like I got a record on there called Your Heart. Nothing but live instrumentation on it, right? When I do that live, it's about to be a movie. Because I know, like, once I got that band with me.
Yeah, yep. That's how I heard it too. I'm like, Yeah, he gone.
That's why I wanted to do
around
that, because I gotta. It was a shock value. Like when people hear the project, I want them to be like, damn, like he did it with that.
Hey, that joy motivated me, Joe. I'm listening to it. I'm like, show. We gotta make show joints. This is like man. That. Okay. I'm telling you, I was locked in. I'm on that plane, just like they probably thought I was asleep. I'm like,
that's love. Man.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
But man, I ain't mean to hog up that. But let's go on the Joe question, good. And then we gon' dip up out of here. Go on and ask him that one, Joe.
Now, with all that being said, I think you might have answered that. But which one of the projects that you feel that's like one of your favorite projects? Not because of how it sound, just because of like how it puts you in another, you know what I'm saying, another mode or a different stratosphere, or it made you do things totally different for the better, you know what I mean? So which one of your projects do you think that can gain that title?
I had to say Blue Leisure, because that's what made me the artist that I am today. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning.
That's the baby then.
And plus too, I mean, I always thought of that project as an all-star project. Because for that to be the first one, in the way that it came out like that, I mean, most people can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
So was that most of your production, or somebody else? Or that was your
that was me and Rob Beats. Okay. We put that together, and then I had one song on there called "Call on Me," featuring Sona Relay. She's a UK artist, really big over there. I had worked with another producer, his name is Frisk Tracks, and Motif Alumni. They the ones that produced that one. So with that project, I kind of wanted to really just be the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't really want to be too involved with the production. Like I kind of just wanted to have somebody kind of spearhead it. You know, of course I'm involved, but you know, I just wanted to be the artist.
True that. I totally get it, man. I totally get it. That way you don't have to worry about this over here. You got to worry about this man just right
now. I was all the way 1,000 involved with the mixing and mastering of it. All the way to the T. All the way. Like that's one thing about me. I mix all my records.
Hey, you gotta be next to James being in the club and he listening to music. He be like, man. Like the way I be with some of the sounds with DJ, me and him, I was like, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I hear that all the time, man.
But that's because you love it though.
Right.
That's why.
I'm just a detail guy. You know, like my ears is trained a certain way, so what I might hear might be different from somebody else. But you know, that's just the perfectionist in me. Like I just love to hear perfection. You know.
Well, those are traits of a great artist. You know what I mean? Real critical on what they do. You know what I'm saying? They critique what they do. I mean, it's like they want it, cause once you put it out, it might sound good to everybody out here. But I'm like, damn, like a song I got, like said this a little bit different, or I shouldn't have said that. Oh, nigga, that's one of my favorite guys.
I remember you said that before. I was like, damn, nigga, for real?
And that's he said that about an artist. It's because I do it all the time, too. I'd be like, man, I should have changed that note, man. I should have added that, man. But then somebody else be like, no, what you talking about? Like,
love that shit.
I love that shit. Like,
you know what's crazy, man? Ali said that, man, he said that Murph said that about his verse on Air Force Ones. I like, man, that part was the shit that everybody sing. He was like, he ain't like it. I said, wow.
It happens all the time, man. Like, I done probably sung little parts on records. I'd be like, damn, I hate that fucking part, man. But it's great to somebody else. I'll be like, I hate that shit, man.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
But man, check this out, man. So, hey, James, we appreciate you for stopping by.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Man, and again, man, this show is just to educate people, and I learned so much dope shit from James. Like, James about to have me going back to his music again.
I already know what I'm about to do.
That's big love, man.
Like, bruh, your thing is like a teacher's edition book. I'm about to go and try to cheat and get some of these answers. Like that was hard. I like it.
One thing about me, man, is again, I learn from the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as I'm going now, like even not even just now, just even from way back, I always looked at myself as a mogul.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying? Not just a producer, not just a songwriter, not just an artist, like a mogul. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that is perfecting their crafts in different areas. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, only not even just from artistry, but you know, I have my own label imprint as well. Yeah. And you know, that's something that I'm building. Right. And you know, not everybody could do it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot of people that can say, "Oh, I got my own label and all that," but it takes a lot to have an imprint to really do it.
You're right. This guy just don't just sing and write.
Yeah.
He actually do other things for other artists too.
Yeah. Like
websites. You know what I mean?
We got a whole oil machine over here.
Yeah, this guy does it all, bro. So I mean, like a one-man team, bro. That's talent, brother. You know what I'm saying? You just can't find that shit somewhere up on the rock somewhere. You know what I mean? That shit has got to be something that you love and
it takes patience and it takes it just takes a lot of time to develop. You know what I'm saying? It's not something overnight. Like you know, it wasn't like one day I just woke up, hey, I'm about to have my own label. Like this was years in the making. You know what I'm saying? And also, you know, I had to learn how to create an infrastructure for me to even have a label. And understand how to run it and understand quality distribution and understand how to actually push artists, you know, besides myself. You know, metadata. You know, all of that. Like, it's important.
This guy has an operation, bro, that's so, because I'm a witness to it. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, this guy does have a operation, man, it's just incredible, man. You know what I'm saying? With the tools that he has and the relationship that he got with people, man. Man, I mean, A1, brother. From my side, man, bro. A1. Appreciate that.
Well, James, man, let the people know where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, man. All social media at King James Worthy. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/James Worthy Music. New website coming soon as well, jamesworthymusic.com and humblesoundrecords.com. Go get Cups of Coffee. Available all platforms. Matter of fact, I put out the slow version of the project too, so that's available too. So you know, people like the slowed down versions of the songs, so that's available too.
I ain't see that on title. I gotta go check it out.
So go get that, man. Man, I just appreciate all the love and support, man.
Oh yeah. Hey Joe, let them know where they can find you.
Oh man, you can find me, man, at KhujoGoodie.com. Go there first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Or you can come subscribe to my YouTube page, man, Khujo Goodie Zone 1. I'm on TikTok too, Khujo Goodie ATL. Hey man, I'm just doing my thing. Oh yeah. Pick up that song with me and James, man.
So that's so high, man. Hey, go get that.
Go check the video out.
Man. The video is out, man. The So High EDM remix, man, is out, man. James did it himself, man.
Yes, sir.
We're just putting more music in the system, man. So
yes, sir.
Holla at your kinfolk.
Oh, and by the way, me and Khujo got another joint that's coming out soon. Woo. Can't wait for that one. Man. That one is called High.
I'm gonna need that early, man. I'm still a music junkie. I want them early.
Man. Shit, that one might be So High 2.0. Man. You put your thing in that one, boy.
I'm over here feeling left out, man. Like,
I got you.
Yeah, boy.
Where you at, Papi? Let them know where you at.
Hey, man, listen, y'all can follow me at 216djpapi.com. That's 216djpapi.com. All platforms, 216DJ Papi.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, see y'all next time. We out.
It's showtime. No more lip service. It's time to make it happen. Gun club, goodie, pimpin', I'm here to tell the captain. Papi got it slapping like a wild beast savage. This ain't black magic, boy, I get it from my daddy. Big dog status, beware of the owner. Independent major, boy, I do what I wanna. Rhyming apparatus, blasting off like automatics. These rappers looking so like they got toys in the attic. Dungeon family, first generation, can't you tell? Old school player that'll still